Hello, you guys. How is everyone doing out there?
Good morning, Vietnam. Oh, right. Not Vietnam and not morning. So never mind on that.
I hope you guys can hear us okay. Give it a second because I know it takes a minute for it to pop up on your guys' screens. So before I start talking. Okay, first things, I don't know if I like this background. We were just playing around with some different things and I was trying a virtual background in the back, but like when you move too much, you kind of like disappear and do some weird stuff.
My hat goes away.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys like that or do you not like it? Because I can take it off. I'm like not sure if I like it or not. So I don't know. We'll see what you guys have to say about it. If it's too distracting or something. That's one reason why I don't like these backgrounds. Sometimes they do that. I don't know how to make it where it doesn't do that.
Yeah, because I've seen other people's channels where it does the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of people it does the same thing. It's when you move too much and stuff, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, somebody said they like the wood stove, but today it's kind of warm, so it's a little bit too hot for
yeah, actually, that's kind of a reason we're going to kind of talk about this topic. Somebody had recommended it, and it's actually a really good topic to talk about right now because so many people are getting hit with snowstorms or they're going to be getting hit with snowstorms. In fact, it's been fairly warm here the last day or two. It hasn't been that bad at all.
in the 50s.
Yeah, for this time of the year, it's not that bad. But we are expecting a cold front over here in East Texas, like this weekend, Sunday, and some Monday and Tuesday and stuff. In fact, I got a call from the kids' school saying that, which I already knew, they have no school on Monday because of Martin Luther King's birthday or something what it like is? That. Yeah,
I lose track of holidays since I don't work.
Yeah, but they said that to keep an eye on what's going on because there might be school closings or delays or something for Tuesday and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But first let's see who is here today. Yeah, Katrinka said that Rambo keeps disappearing. Yeah, that's kind of the problem.
Yeah, I'm starting to think, and I'm not liking it.
You're not liking it? Do you want me to take it back off? Well, we don't have a good background to use, but we can take it off. It's because you disappear way more than I do.
Yeah,
I think it's just yeah, because I'm staying here. It's the invisible man.
What? But, yeah, I guess I'm moving around too much.
I think that's what it is. Coffee was first in the house. Pilgrim, and let me move this around here. Okay, the comedian, Yankee Watchdog, Dusty Country Road. Okay, I didn't see any 5x5, so I'm assuming that we're good because I'm just gonna assume we're fine. Simply Tony, Random JL, Outlaw Farms, the Ghost of Rambo. Yeah, that's kind of what keeps happening. Is this really distracting for you guys, or is it fine? Because I mean, I can take it off. Do you want me to just take it off for now and see?
Yeah, let's do.
Let me go and take this off real quick. Like I said, we're new to StreamYard and doing all this stuff, and I'm trying to do some different things and stuff with it, the different things that you can do. So I'm just kind of playing around with it a little bit and stuff.
Somebody mentioned I noticed yesterday something was going on, and we've been so busy today I haven't been able to check the news that U.S. and Great Britain are doing airstrikes in Yemen.
I don't know.
So it might be heating up over there.
Yeah, we'll talk about our busy day in a little bit in a minute here. James Trump, good to see you. Anthony, coffee first, of course. D, good to see you. Nostradamus, Native Voice, I saw was in here. Dome Seeker, Minuteman. If I missed somebody, I'm so sorry. Little Lone Prepper is kind of I was just talking like I usually do. Never Look Back. Yankee, Dusty, Kevin, Loretta. Good to see you guys. All of you guys here. It's greatly appreciated.
A Native Voice being in here, I'm wondering if I need to change my moniker from Rambo to Cherokee.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is like really strange. I don't know what keeps happening and stuff. We only go live right now once a week. Occasionally we were doing our 2 a week.
But
when
that's
we were,
going to change.
which we're gonna do again. But for some reason, I don't know why this is. Like hey Sandy, good to see you. Hey, every time we are going to do a live, for some reason, something happens and there's some issues. Like
I think it's YouTube, and that just tells me we're doing something right.
Possibly, because every single time some kind of crisis or something starts happening. Like just now, I was freaking out because for some reason my laptop decided it wanted to go ahead and update by itself or something. So it started updating, and I couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, it was doing that till 5 minutes.
It just stopped like 5 minutes before, and I'm like, oh my gosh, cutting it like really, really close on that one. So I don't know. Something maybe it's YouTube's like trying to mess with us or something. I don't know what's going on, because that's not a YouTube thing. That was just a computer thing. Although I have had some times where things have messed up with YouTube, like volume or picture, or it's not working, or it keeps cutting out. I don't know. So I don't know. I guess YouTube just doesn't like us.
You want to tell them about the mic?
Yeah. Hey, Chaos Prepper. Good to see you. Oh, about the mic? Yeah. This is going to show how technologically stupid I am sometimes.
Tech savvy. Although you are.
I bought this mic. It's a Blue Yeti mic. I bought it like 2 months ago or something to try to have better sound quality. I just now realized that I've had it plugged into the computer and everything, thought it was working fine. I just went through my settings and looked and realized that I actually have to set it to that. And it's been just going from my MacBook, the computer. So I've been having this mic here, and it hasn't even been working.
So
we've just been using the computers.
Do we sound any different?
Yeah. So do we sound any different to you guys? I don't know. I'll have to go back through and check, because I'm not sure if there's much of a difference or not. But yeah, stupid me. So let me just get this out of the way too real quick. So I am working on trying to do some more things with the channel. I want to try to grow. So if you guys haven't liked or subscribed or shared out this video, please do that to help us out. We just had our 500 sub giveaway last month. And we'll have another one at 1,000. We might even start doing something where like every month or something, we're giving away like a drawing that he's drawn, or a little small painting or something. We're trying to figure that out. But
yeah, I'm going to try to start generating more art, and I plan on giving most of it away.
Yeah, so we're going to try doing some like little giveaways with that kind of thing and stuff like that. Also, I want to start doing some more regular videos and stuff. And this year, it's January, so kind of, it's not really New Year's resolutions and stuff, but I want to start doing more and figuring out more things that I can do, like with StreamYard, and then with just the channel in general, to get more stuff going on there and stuff. So if you guys have any ideas for any videos you want to see or something, just let us know too. Hey, Prepper Book Club, GMA Nana. Okay. So what we're going to talk about is mainly we're going to, because there's a bunch of different weather situations. And when you do weather situations, it's usually a localized SHTF, but it's still yours. It's like a mini one. It's not like a global or or just the countrywide or something like that. It's usually more localized.
And winter's definitely worse than summer.
Oh, I want to say one more thing really, really quick. There's another thing that we're trying to do, and we're trying to get our watch hours up. For some reason, and I've heard YouTube's doing this with a lot of people. They'll show we had so many people in the live stream, and then when they put it back up after the live stream, it'll go down to like 4 or 5 people, maybe 10 people. And I'm like, okay, I had 60 people in there. What happened to the other 50?
Yeah.
So I went through and I created some playlists. One of them's really long. It's the scenarios one. So if you guys it's free to do. Just while you're cleaning or doing yard work or whatever you're doing, if you could just let it play in the background,
or something to make you
something to
put you to sleep.
I hope it doesn't put them to sleep.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? If you need something, if you could just click on a playlist and let it play so we can get some watch hours, that would be wonderful.
That'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. But okay, so and this is a funny thing.
Kevin Ramsey said, "My pleasure."
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, and thank you to the moderators, and they're putting out links and stuff like that. So that would be really awesome for everybody to do. Also, we do have our link pinned in the comments if you guys want to jump up on here with us too. That would be great. So
anytime.
Anytime you want to, feel free. Okay, so I've lived in Texas. Let me just give you a little backstory. I've lived in Texas for over 18 years. But before that, I did live in Michigan for most of my youth and early adulthood. So when it comes to like storms and blizzards and stuff like that, I do. Hey, Backwoods, good to see you. I do have some knowledge in that. Plus, also, in Texas, we do get snow occasionally. It's nothing too bad.
More than some people realize.
Yeah,
well, especially in Wichita Falls.
Yeah, because that was a little bit northern. We're kind of northeast Texas right now, so I imagine we moved from the Houston area. Was the last place we lived.
No snow there.
No snow, nice temperatures all the time. But I've heard that it does get a little bit worse in here, and we're supposed to have some stuff. So I just want to talk about some different things and make sure that you guys are prepared, especially if you live in some of these northern states. And even what makes it so bad in the southern states is that you don't get it very often. So we don't have what we need to handle the situation. Like up north, they've got salt trucks, they go plow, they do all this stuff. I remember one year we were in Wichita Falls, and it was the Super Bowl was being held in Dallas, and it snowed so bad right before the Super Bowl. So they went around and grabbed from other counties and cities. Like we were like 2 hours away from Dallas, and they came and got all the snow plows and everything from us and from different cities and different, not us personally, but our city and stuff. And just to go and take care of that because we don't have the kind of equipment for it. So in southern states, if you get the snow, it's going to be a worse situation, I think.
The comedian said that Houston drivers were homicidal maniacs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Dallas is worse.
Well, Houston had some bad ones, especially when you're on the highway and stuff like that. We lived there for about a year and a half, and that's about all we could handle. And then we had to move to a quiet town and stuff because we couldn't take it anymore. I never lived in Dallas, but I did. We did drive there quite a bit. We went to like Six Flags and stuff like that. And the drivers over there are
rude.
They will just cut right in front of you.
Bat out of hell.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so scary. Let me just tell you.
And of course, we'd be leaving Six Flags at night, driving back home. And bumper to bumper traffic on the highway. Everybody's speeding. If you're not speeding, you're impeding traffic.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's pretty bad. That's why I'm just so glad that I'm in a smaller town now. It just makes it so much better. So let's talk about some weather situations. I'm hoping that you guys already are kind of have the gear and things that you need. Like you've got another way of heating your home is a big thing, especially in some of those
going
places.
Back to traffic. For a few years I lived in Oklahoma. Do people still put chains on their tires? Because when I was young, we'd put chains on our rear tires to help with the traction.
Yeah, I actually don't know if that's allowed or illegal anymore.
I haven't seen them in years.
Yeah, because like I said, it's been a long time since I lived up there. And I think even at that time, because I lived up there like in the 90s and stuff. And I think at that time that they were allowed to put that kind of stuff on. I don't know if you can or not anymore. But if you're allowed to.
Well, it's kind of like in Oklahoma, and I heard in California, if the weather got bad enough, they wouldn't let you on the road unless you had chains.
Oh, really?
Many years ago.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe somebody up there knows for sure. So what's your guys' plan? Say like it's snowed, you got like a foot of snow outside and stuff. Are any of you guys, I guess I'm gonna say crazy a little bit?
Yeah.
would you go out and venture out in that, or do you have enough stuff at your house where you could just stay put and not have to? I think
Well,
that's the thing that you should do,
uh,
because there are so many horrific accidents. Like when I lived in Michigan, I saw one on the road, and this was before like everybody had cell phones. Okay. So we were driving, saw a really bad accident. Like the two people were laying in the middle of the road. So they had been flung out of their cars, and there were no ambulances or anything around. And this was before there were cell phones. So I got in the car and I took off and went to the nearest payphone, because that's what we had to do, and called 911 to have them come, because there's nothing else I could do. I couldn't stay there. I had to get them some help and stuff. But before there were cell phones, I mean, we had cell phones, but it wasn't where everybody had one. They were kind of expensive and big at that time. It was
well, there was a snowstorm in Lawton. My dad was working at Fort Sill, and Fort Sill's right next to Lawton. And he got off work, and it took him 5 hours to get home.
Oh my goodness.
And Wichita Falls, we had a snowstorm, and I was having cabin fever. So I'm going to go out and drive around. So I went out and I drove around. Not a whole lot of problem. Came back to the house, got stuck halfway in the driveway and halfway in the street. And it sat there for a week before I could move it.
Yeah. So my suggestion is, if you can, probably stay home. I know some people work and stuff, although it depends where you live. Like up in Michigan, they didn't ever cancel schools and stuff. We would, get new snowstorm in the morning, and we would have to be out to school.
But they're prepared
Down
for
here, they're prepared for it. Down here, you get a tiny bit of snow on the ground, and the whole city is like stands still. There's nothing. So I understand people work and things like that. So be very, very careful if you have to be out on the roads. I would suggest you don't go on the roads. But let's kind of go back to the situation I was just talking about, where I actually came across an accident. Like this, like I said, this was like 20 something years ago or something.
That sounded pretty horrific.
Yeah. Now, if you guys are out on a road, and you come across something like that, what would you guys do? Would you stop and render aid? Do you have your supplies with you? If you need to do a tourniquet, can you do a tourniquet? Do you have your medical gear that you carry with you when you're in your car and stuff like that? I would hope that nobody would just drive away from it. I mean, the least you do, stop, make sure everybody's okay. You get cell phones nowadays, so you can make a call if there's no ambulance or anything like that there.
And it's kind of like my late wife, God rest her soul. I'd take my 4x out in the snow and pull people out of ditches. And she said, "Yeah, you could charge them $20 a pop." And I went, "No, I'm going to do it for free."
Yeah, that's something that would be really nice too. If you have the means and ability to do that, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be stuck and having to pay an arm and a leg. Tow trucks are going to be so busy. They're going to be charging extra, trying to get there and stuff. So if you have vehicles, and I'm not saying charge people, I'm just saying, out of the kindness of your heart, if, hey, Lady Smith and Thistle Moon Farm, Michigan Outpost, hey, out of the kindness of your heart, maybe if you have what you need to pull them out and stuff like that, and to help people, I mean, that's always a wonderful thing to do.
It was like when I was a teenager, I had a dirt bike, and I'd go out in snowstorms, and it'd be a little bit of it melting on it, and the water would splash up on my legs, and I'd be solid ice down my pant legs, and I was having a ball. I would not do that now.
Yeah, Michigan Outpost keeps an EDC bag everywhere I go. Lots of hot hands and thermal blankets go a long way. You never know how long before you get rescued. That's exactly it. Yeah.
If you're in a pickup truck, you either throw back.
No, it's true. When I was younger, we'd go to the bottom of big hills and push cars up, then chug a beer, slide back to the bottom, and repeat.
Sounded like a plan.
Yeah. Canadian. Yeah, you're in where'd it go? Canada, right? Canadian have 10 to 12 inches of snow coming Saturday. Yeah, there's a lot of places that are going to be having a lot of different snow and stuff. So, yes, that's a good point too. Oops, Narelle. Y'all better be strapped up too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure, because you just never know. Because that's another thing. You want to help someone, you want to be a good Samaritan, whatever. You don't know what that person's going to be thinking or
Especially
feeling or
nowadays.
going through in their mind and stuff. Like I personally would be grateful to have someone help, but that's not how everybody's going to feel. Some people might be, they might turn on you or something, or decide they want what you have or whatever. So do things smart, I guess, is what.
How many times you say like Walking Dead, Fear the Dead? These people would come on somebody laying out in the middle of the road, and it was a trap.
It was a trap. Yeah. I mean, I know that's TV shows and things like that, but
it actually happens.
A lot of those TV shows, even though, the zombie apocalypse is probably, I wouldn't say definitely not, but probably not going to be something we have to worry about. A lot of the things from those shows do have good information about like what you should do and different things like that, and what scenarios might come across. Like you said, like a lot of them were traps and different things like that. And
and we're also talking about weather. I just remembered something when I was stationed at Reese, Lubbock, Texas. Me and a couple buddies went to Oklahoma, to where I live when I was.
That's a good point, Michigan.
And the weather was great. It was warm. We met up with another Air Force guy. So we were heading back to Lubbock, and a lady flat ran out of gas. So we all pulled over and we all siphoned a little bit of gas out of her tank, put it in her tank so she could get it to a gas station. So like perfect weather, but she was stranded on the side of the road.
Yeah. Hey, Lord Eagle. Good to see you. Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, it doesn't even have to be a situation like that, but just, helping people along the road and stuff. But the problem is if there's like, let's just say an example, not that all women can't take care of themselves, because I definitely can. But like when you see like a woman by herself, I mean, she probably, and you want to go help her or something, might not be the right thing to do, because she could also be tricking you, and there might be a guy around or something that's going to come up. I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios where you think you're helping someone, but in fact, you're wind up getting caught in a trap or something like that. So just always be careful.
Really?
Nana,
yeah,
illegals have been setting up ambushes and robbing people, stealing cars.
If they try to get us, they're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, Outlaw Farms is up here, so I'm gonna bring her up. Yeah, everybody. That's what I'm just saying. It's turned into completely a different world than it used to be. So you just have to be really, really careful. Whenever you try to go do a good deed, because you want to help people. It's in our nature to help people, but you never know.
If I'm not in the house, even in the backyard, I'm strapped up.
Have to go as son. We are in the UK, are attacking Yemen. We'll check back in.
Okay. Yeah. Let us know what's going on.
Yeah, let us know what's up with that. Because like I said, we've been out for days and stuff. I'm gonna bring Outlaw Farms up here.
That might get the ball rolling for World War III.
Yeah.
Hey sis. Hey Rambo.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Hey Frank Short. Outcast. Sorry. Okay. How you doing?
Dealing with about 3 inches of snow and ice.
Oh, you got snow going on right now? Are you supposed to get more?
Saturday we're supposed to.
Yeah.
Don't know how much.
Yeah, but you're used to it. You've lived in Maine for a while and stuff, and you live off grid, so you're probably all prepared and stuff like that for it.
Well, it's like
we are, but I have a Georgia boy living here that got dumped here from my daughter.
Nah.
And yesterday I says, nope, you're staying home. You're not driving our vehicle in this. You're not experienced enough. You're calling into work.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds good.
And had him bring in wood for my mom while I was doing other chores, and he brought in 3 sticks of wood.
3 sticks of wood. Gee.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna load up the around the fireplace tomorrow. I'm gonna put some tarps around the chicken coop.
Yeah, that's what we got to do tomorrow is get our chicken coops fixed up and stuff. Because they're not. I mean, chickens are hardy animals; they should be fine. But I want to try to prevent as much wind and stuff from
Yeah.
hitting them as possible.
Yeah.
So
Well, chickens can do either wet or they can do cold. They can't do both.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So that's why we're gonna go out and tarp them up and stuff tomorrow.
I'm probably
Those
gonna
are
put a
cool.
heater on their water bowl so it doesn't freeze up.
Yeah, yeah. So we got a few.
Yeah, because
things to
you
do.
guys don't really get snow down there. So, because my chickens, they don't get water in the winter; they get snow.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we don't get the snow too much, but it's supposed to get really cold, so we'll see what happens. But like that's something too I didn't mention here with winter storms and stuff is that everybody what your animals and stuff, whether they're pets like outside dogs, horses, chickens, whatever, you need to make sure that they're safe and secure too
Like I
from
say,
all
the, the animals are can withstand the cold better than we can,
They can,
but still you got to
Mhm.
consider it.
yeah, definitely.
I mean, I have a horse that is a Rocky Mountain that's
Mm.
left from my herd, and which that's another long story. But she has access to a barn, but she doesn't use it. That's like we had that really bad storm Wednesday where the snow is literally going completely sidewards. She was standing out in the middle of it eating hay. My
Yankee
Pyrenees, they were right out in the middle of it.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me. I've been cutting some logs, getting ready to build a stable with logs,
Uh-huh.
and I just
Mhm.
got me a new tool for stripping the bark off the logs. So
Mhm.
I'm fixing to get
That's
busy.
cool.
What's an
When you
outside
get down
dog?
there, Rambo, you can come up and build me one.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
I
I
don't
like.
not until spring or summer.
Well, yeah. As an aircraft mechanic, I fixed stuff when I was working. Now I'm build stuff.
Like I said, I grew up in Michigan. I was, grew up my teens, early adulthood. I think I left when I was around 22 or something like that. So I was used to it, but I haven't been around that kind of weather or anything in so long. And I mean, if you're used to it and that's what you're used to, then that's great. But it's barely been cold here, and I'm already tired of winter.
Well, a lot of people don't realize Texas, even northern Texas, gets. I was on the flight line in Wichita Falls, and I got a cup of warm water. I threw the water up in the air, and it froze before it hit the ground.
You're an outcast. You bought a stripper. What kind of show is this?
Wood stripper, hand tool. It's a good thing I got a grinder because it wasn't very sharp.
Not non-power tools that work when the power doesn't work.
Exactly.
That tool is for tanning deer hide as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are.
Well said. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I have a straight one I use for my hides.
Yeah. Some of these people in here are crazy. They prefer the cold.
Yeah.
Winter's their favorite season.
Well, Rambo probably knows what I'm talking about when I talk about the fatigue poncho liners.
Yep.
That with a pair of wool thermals, those and the fatigues is all I wear all winter long.
It's kind of like when I was stationed in England. The office workers got parkas, and we got field jackets with liners.
Mm-hmm.
But I
And
survived.
I just got me a pair of canvas military lined boots.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting me some muckalucks.
Yeah, that's what these are, is the military mucklucks.
That's a good point, Michigan Outpost. See, the difference is that when we get snow down here, people aren't used to driving in it or on the ice or anything, and we don't have the stuff to do the roads. Like they don't shovel them out, they don't have all the salt and stuff. but up there, you know,
No,
more
I
people
know
are
it was
probably
like
used
that
to
for
driving
2
it,
weeks.
but definitely, if you're not used to it, yeah, just practice in a parking lot or something before you're out
Oh,
there
yeah.
around other people.
I find a big parking lot and then go do donuts, which is funner than shit. But it also teaches you how to recover from a slide.
Yeah, that's a really good point to go do something like that.
Another thing to learn how to drive in snow is find you a red clay pit
Yep.
when it's wet. That will teach
Yeah,
you
when it
how to
gets
drive on snow and ice faster than anything.
when
Okay.
clay's wet, it's slicker than snot.
Mhm.
My uncle learned how to drive
As
that
we
way
would
in
say.
World War II in Georgia.
Trying to see what else is being said.
And
what you
as
guys-
far as alternative heat, we have wood and we have the little propane heater. I don't know if you got whoever didn't see my post on my channel about the little antique propane heater.
yeah, we've got
Well,
buddy head heater,
Yeah, and then
the wood stove.
I might
Oh, and you know, speaking of the wood stove, okay, I wasn't 100% sure how well this would work, but this is weird. It was not storming or anything. We did have some high winds a little bit, but the other day, like a couple days ago or something, we lost power in the morning. It was only went out for a couple hours and it came back. But I was like, crap, I need some coffee. And he's over here boiling pots of water on the wood stove to make some instant coffee, and sure as not, it actually worked pretty good. I was surprised. I didn't know if it would.
and next time I'll use the percolator so we can have even more
Yeah,
coffee.
I gotta find the percolator. I don't know where it's at, but I mean, just boiling water on pots on that thing. I mean,
This
it worked
this
wonders.
is our water setup for our hot water for our dishes and our thawing our water for our coffee on the wood stove.
Yep.
And there's the clothes iron.
Yeah, when we moved here,
And there's an oven.
they had a stove here when we moved here. It's like a brand new build, is what it was. It's not a brand new house. It's a rebuild. But they put in they weren't going to at first, and we're like, no, you said there was going to be a wood stove, so they put in a small one. We can get a bigger one if we want to or something.
Well, I was thinking
But
about
this
putting
one
one in the
works.
bedroom.
Yeah, maybe, but this one works really great. I mean, if you don't have a wood stove, you need to think about getting one,
And
especially before they try to ban them or something.
I'll make some cowboy coffee. You know cowboy coffee.
I've heard of it.
It's so strong you can float a horseshoe in it.
Yeah.
Or stand a fork up in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll put hair on your chest for sure.
Oh yeah.
We've also got like little tiny what are they? Like little tiny
Band-Aid.
Oh, well, you're talking about the gas
I've got
stoves?
the Kelly kettle, and then we've got like little rocket stove type things and stuff like that to use too. Haven't used them really yet or anything, but we've got them just for backup. I mean, you need to have backup for your backup because you never know what's going to happen. You know,
if the grids goes down, we'll survive.
Yeah, the main thing is that's a big thing I didn't mention is besides the snow and the cold and everything, if your grid goes down and you've got no power, you need to make sure you can stay warm. So like somebody had mentioned before, like hot hands, and I think they now make like a body like a bigger piece that you can put on your body and stuff. What you can do inside your house is get in a sleeping bag, put those on and stuff, cover up, take this. I guess I could turn this
right there.
What to do. Stay in one room, like a smaller room, and seal it all up the best you can. Like possibly if you have like around a stove or a buddy heater.
Plastic over your windows.
Yeah, put plastic over windows.
Heat up some rocks and put them in your underneath.
Even if you got like, doorways and stuff for upstairs and stuff.
Yeah. Do not use alien tape to put the plastic on your windows. If you have it on your paint, you'll never take and get the alien tape off. It'll rip the paint and paneling right off your walls.
Yeah.
We found that out the hard way.
Yeah, I can't go without coffee, so that's why I was like, oh, gotta find another way to rig up some coffee and stuff. Hey Warlord, good to see you. I'm not hey Mother of Cajuns. I am not very big fan of instant coffee, but I will drink it if need be. So,
Yeah.
you got to do
And-
what you got to do.
When I was working on the flatline in the wintertime, insulated coveralls were a lifesaver, and multiple thin layers. Don't get sweaty, because if you get too much, you get sweaty, you slow down. That's when you get hypothermia.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a big one too. I don't think people realize that.
Be a little bit cold, be a little bit uncomfortable.
A little bit cold won't hurt you or anything.
Yeah,
you
but
know what I'm saying?
hypothermia.
Exactly. So, yeah, instant's great in a pinch. Yep.
It's
yeah.
fine.
That's
to
all
me.
we drink here is instant.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Because I can take and throw a container of instant coffee in my saddlebags and make me a campfire somewhere and have me coffee anytime.
JRC, I have 3 cats sleeping with us for extra warmth. That's a good one. Cardboard is a good insulator.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, I've
One
Since I
of 4 dogs.
I actually, since I brought the instant coffee downstairs, I had a K-cup, and I put a couple of scoops of instant coffee in it too.
To make it a little stronger.
But super coffee.
Super coffee. Espresso over here. Yeah, ground coffee doesn't keep for long periods of time. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not 100% sure if I wouldn't say it's bad to drink, but I think it loses some of its potency and maybe some of its flavor. Instant coffee, I heard, could last a lot longer than regular ground coffee.
Oh, it's like
it pretty much lasts forever.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I used to find these chocolate covered coffee beans, and I liked that.
Oh God, yes. We found some of them at the Amish one time.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Drink plenty of water.
Yeah,
winter.
don't get dehydrated.
Well, people don't think so
I
much
drink
about
lots
that in the winter as they do the summertime.
Yeah.
Like summer, you're always thinking not to get dehydrated, but you don't think about it in the wintertime. But it's easy to get dehydrated in the winter too.
I've been half tempted to just get a spoonful of instant coffee and just eat it like that.
Oh, that's nasty. I tried that.
Oh, you did?
Yes, it's nasty.
Wash it down with something to take the bitter taste out of your mouth.
AP, stop. 9.
It's kind of like when
Are chocolate covered coffee beans crunchy?
Yes, they are, but I like them.
Yes. They're crunchy but good.
Yep, I like them a lot. I just might buy some coffee beans and coat them in chocolate myself.
Oh, that's an idea too. Yeah. Hey Ed, I don't know if I said hi to you, but good evening to you.
But I had a situation a couple weeks ago when I went to do a supply run and the roads were nasty. I actually went off place with my vehicle. And the guy from Georgia was freaking out because literally the first time I got off the vehicle was report.
Well, it's when you're not used to it. I had a roommate in Oklahoma that he was from California, and earthquakes didn't bother, but tornadoes terrified him.
Stop! Go out.
I think the chocolate coffee beans are freeze dried before they are coated. That might be a possibility.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
just
how
know
they make them, but I know they're addictive.
Oh yeah, I miss them. Maybe I'll look them up online and get some.
Yeah, dehydration can also give you kidney stones. Definitely avoid them if possible. Yeah, kidney stones. I haven't ever had any, knock on wood. But I've heard that they are not fun. So you want to do whatever you can to make sure to avoid that.
Well, it's kind of like my late wife. Thank God I had good healthcare coverage. So she had kidney stones twice, and they had to use that machine to break them up twice.
Oh man.
And the doctor says every time they turn on that machine, that's $15,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Luckily, our healthcare paid for it.
That is crazy. Some of these costs to see the doctor and stuff, different things that they do is just ridiculous. How
Mhm.
much it costs. Nothing should
Well, it's
cost
kind
that
of like
much.
all the.
Healthcare should not be that expensive and everything.
It's all about this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's.
It's not about making you better. It's about all the mighty dollar sign.
Oh yeah, if everybody was healthy and they cured cancer and they cured diabetes, the doctors and the insurance companies would be out of business.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're spraying more shit in the air. And they're spraying more crap in the air every day.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, one of the other channels I follow, occasionally my mom watches it more than I do. They lost 3 out of their 5 lambs because of the chemicals that they're spraying in the air. And the Amish in the community have lost just about every one of their lambs this year.
Well, plus, how many people last year before, their chickens weren't producing because the chicken feed companies were doing something shady?
Oh my gosh, New York Outcast. Holy cow. 3 times now. The first time I thought I was dying. Yeah, I've heard it's really bad. I was trying to read chat here, you guys.
And speaking of, I mentioned diabetes before. I had how's the world going to end TV show, and they said, oh, zombies, they're not real. They said, well, mutated rabies virus could kind of mimic zombies.
Well, we already have zombies, but it's a different kind of zombies.
Well, yeah, they're just
they're still kind of brain dead, but it's a different kind. They're as of right now, they're not trying to eat us, so
yeah,
not yet.
I've heard a couple instances.
Well, they're trying to eat us in a different kind of way. They're trying to eat our rights and eat our values and everything else.
Yep. Every government that took away the Second Amendment shortly thereafter took away the First Amendment and took away life.
That's right. One person we call, they take away his First Amendment, and everybody who knows it do an injunction.
Yeah, a Florida judge just ruled in taking Amendment right that follows his and person operator.
You're breaking up really bad. Are we breaking up, or is it just you on your end? Can you hear us okay?
Probably just me.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if everybody could hear that or not, or if it was just on your side.
It's like I saw a thing where Nadler, that Democrat, was talking to, I think, a Republican. And Nadler said to the Republican, it says, so what you're saying is the Second Amendment is to fight against the tyrannical government. And the Republican says, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think you should be able to be in Congress unless you understand the Constitution and you actually take like a test or a quiz over it or something. I mean,
the founding fathers wrote the Second Amendment not after a hunting trip, but after a revolution, after they threw out a tyrannical government.
Exactly. So it just, these senators, Congress, whatever, the president, whatever, they don't understand anything, and they just want to see the country divided. So they don't really care, and that's what is happening.
Well, as long as they stay in power and it solidifies their power, and as long as they have the open border, they're counting on votes for them, and they'll stay in power forever.
Potato Head confirmed attack. Yemen, U.S. Okay. I guess we're gonna have to kind of look at the news and see what's going on. Like I said, we've kind of been having, hey, this and that with Matt. Good to see you. We've been having, it's been one of those days. I was trying to work on something, doing something today, and then this computer thing happened, and I'm like, so I just haven't been paying much attention, been running around and stuff. He's been having physical therapy lately, so
And now I'm hurting worse than I was before physical therapy.
yeah, he's got another appointment tomorrow morning for physical therapy. And it's like they're working on his shoulders right now, but then next week they're gonna start doing his knees too. So it's like, ugh.
Yeah, we've.
Hey, Rambo,
Hi.
That's when you get old.
try a scoop of Jello in hot
Uh-huh.
water in the morning before you take and drink any coffee or anything else.
Okay.
It helps build cartilage.
That's what it's
Okay.
been on.
I have been using something. I don't know if anybody else have heard of it. Horse liniment.
Yeah, okay. We are not
Yeah.
doctors. We are not able to tell you to do this. We are not in any way, shape, or form. But and I don't actually know if there's any side effects for people using it. But yeah, you might turn into a horse. But
I've used it for years, so
At
yeah,
least part of me.
the
yeah,
horse
that-
ligaments.
liniment is so much better than like icy hot or anything like that, and it's really
Yep.
not super expensive. I mean, it's pretty reasonable. So we actually just started he knew about it a while ago when he was working, but then he just
An old-
remembered
An
about
old,
it,
an old cowboy told me that.
and he just
Yeah,
we
Rambo,
yep.
my
So,
bedside buddy.
started stocking that up. Yeah. Yeah.
That's my other addiction besides coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, today, the vehicle we bought it through Carvana, and I got a notification from Carvana saying that we were upside down on the note, but they said, "Oh, you're no longer upside down. We'll give you $4,000 for the trade-in than you owe on it." And I was planning on, okay, good, I'm going to buy a Jeep Gladiator.
Yeah, so I spent today 3 hours going through this, picking out a vehicle. They're gonna send it to us, get our vehicle in return and stuff, and then
And then they said,
they say,
call them
"Oh,
up.
we made
find
a
out-
mistake because that's not you owe more than what we said you did." And I'm
So-
like, "Why are you telling me this then?"
So
Because
instead of having
you-
a $4,000 down payment on the Jeep Gladiator, we could get the Gladiator if we fork over $5,000 cash.
yeah, so because we were gonna only have to pay the shipping fee for them to ship it, which was like $200. Then they're like, "Well, we can still do it for you, but now you need $5,000 down payment." I'm like, so anyway, but thank you so much, Anthony. So like I said, it's been one of those days. And all of you guys that are in here, if you can go and sub and check out some of these other creators that the moderators are putting links up to, I'd really appreciate that, because there's some really good creators and stuff. And then a couple people are going live here in a little bit. Native Voice is going live, and then so is Vision Preparedness. So I'll be over there too. So if you guys go over there and check them out. Did you want to say anything else?
Well, anybody in Texas, anybody close to Houston, Texas, specifically Spring, Texas,
Oh, he wants, okay.
do not go to Lone Star Auto. I don't know if you've ever heard of a term called yo-yo financing. We showed up at this dealership. They had a Jeep that I wanted. They were willing to pay us on our trade-in more than what we had owed on it. He was hot. He said, handed me the credit card, said, pay off your balance on your truck. And so I did
I've
that.
never had that happen.
Which
He
that
handed-
should have been a red
yeah, it
flag.
should have been a red flag. He handed me the card and said, "Here, call them up and tell them you want to pay off what you owe on it." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Okay." So I
And it's
called-
like, okay, now we're going to be able to apply 5,000. You know, I'm not 100% sure on the numbers, but 5,000 towards the new vehicle. And I'm probably going to be able to kick back 1,000 to you. So we said, we signed the paperwork. We walked out, looked down at the paperwork, and we went, this isn't this vehicle. It's a totally different vehicle. So we went back in, we straightened that out. Okay, we walked out. We will call the bank. We set up direct deposit or automatic
Auto
payments.
Yeah.
Automatic payments. Then the first payment was 5 days after the payment was due.
Yeah, the guy from the dealership called me up and said, you didn't make your payment yet. You need to call them. I said, well, it's an auto payment. It should have been taken out directly. And he's like, well, they didn't do it. So just call them up and take care of it. So I did. Made the payment.
Made that payment.
Made
We made the next
three
payments.
more payments. Three more payments. All before it was due.
Oh, we forgot. When we went back and talked to the loan, he says, "Oh well, now you're not going to be able to get 1,000 back. You got to kick in 2,300 more."
Yeah, he kept changing things, and basically, this is a really long story. But a long story short, do not buy with him.
Well,
because
the
then
bank
what
said
happened
the bank said repo the car because we're not gonna do the loan.
after we paid down the down payment, which was $2,300.
Well, so
plus
like
4 months of payments.
Long story short, we had a Jeep Grand Cherokee that was in good shape when we walked up there. When we walked away, we had lost $7,000 and didn't have a vehicle and had to walk to a restaurant to call up
an Uber to take $50 to get back, like an hour back to our house.
Got no car and lost $7,000 worth of money.
And had no way of getting back home or anything. When I dropped it off, he didn't even offer to take us back to our house or anything. We had to call an Uber.
And he'd already sold off our car.
And he sold off our car just like that. So, I mean,
I had that happen to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just a really, really bad place, a really bad deal. And I've looked online and found other cases of similar things like that happening. What I'm thinking
I found
of
out they called it
happening
yo-yo financing.
The car dealer and the finance person are like in cahoots or something with each other. So they're like, we'll do this and give you this much kickback, and then you can get the vehicle and resell it and make more money again. So that's, I guess, the yo-yo financing is they get so much from you, they take it back, and then they go and they resell it for the same price and do the same thing and keep taking it back and getting the
dealership said, okay, bring the Jeep back to us or I'm going to call.
Remember the Chevy pickup I had?
Yep.
And then he said, okay, we can fix that, but you're going to have to come up with $2,000 more.
Yeah. The only difference was my trade-in vehicle was still at my house.
Well,
so they didn't come and get it yet.
Yeah, but I should have realized that something was fishy, the way that he was like so quick to just give me his card, call and make the deal, and wanted to get ownership of that vehicle so fast so that he could do something like this to us.
And I tried to research a lawyer to sue, and no lawyer wanted to touch a fraud suit for a car dealership.
Yeah, they didn't want to. A few different places and stuff. I was like, okay, well, we learned our lesson. There's a bunch of scammers out there. Yeah, like the comedian said, a bunch of dirty, rotten scammers. There's scammers all over the place. There's scammers on Facebook. There's scammers on YouTube with have you guys been seeing those ads lately about like $6,400 subsidize the government owes you this money and they're trying to keep it secret, and all these like famous people are supposedly telling you about this and stuff? No, it's all AI, not even them, and it's all scams and stuff. So,
well, plus there's also a provision you have to have low income as well.
No, 50,000 just can't be on Medicare or Medicaid. But 50,000, which isn't really low income, but I guess it kind of is. So then that way people are more prone to be like, oh, I could use this money.
So definitely. So that's why somebody with 50,000, it would really help out.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to get the people that need it the most to do it. And it's like there should. I've done a video before about scammers, about some marketplace scammers and stuff. And to me, scammers are the lowest level. I mean, there is. I mean, I would never do anything like that. I would never steal from anyone or nothing. I don't know. I'm just too honest. And I know how it makes me feel. I would never want to do that to my worst neighbor, my worst enemy or anything. I mean, it's just.
And they target people that are
Yeah, I hate dishonest people
too. That's why I've paid cash for all my vehicles I've had over the last few years.
Yep.
Yeah.
I buy them from a private individual. I take them and have them checked by a mechanic before I buy them. And if they don't fit what the guy says that I'm buying it from, then they keep the vehicle.
Yeah. Well, we definitely learned our lesson from that one.
Definitely.
So, yeah. Buy coffee first. I'll see you later over on Vision or Native. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end this too. I mean, this kind of turned into more about rants, just watching your guys' fixes and stuff. But
hoping bore anybody.
yeah, I hope you guys were learned something about this or something, and just basically the whole video is pretty much about just be careful, whether it's weather or people or scams or whatever.
Yeah.
Just be smart before you do anything or whatever. Just think about it. And
Tony and Lone Star, Auto in Spring, Texas. Don't go there.
Yeah.
And don't panic in a stressful situation.
Yeah, that's something too. You guys make sure you just stay calm. If it's bad weather and stuff, realize, you're set. You got everything that you need. You're calm. If you can stay indoors and don't have to go out on the roads with people that might be kind of crazy and stupid, that's probably the best thing to do.
Make sure you got plenty of food, plenty of water, and plenty of warmth.
Yeah, and just stay inside if you can. I understand you got to work. I'm not saying, don't go to work unless you're able to call in. That's
well,
great,
when I was working, I was lucky where they would close the base and I wouldn't have to go to work, but I'd still get paid.
Yeah. So if you guys are lucky like that, that's good. But
I'd have 2 snow days and they'd pay me for those 2 days, and then I could use leave to get a paycheck. Unless it was unless they wouldn't let me go to work.
Yeah.
The last year I lived in North Carolina on the military base, they were closed down for 2 weeks because of the snow.
14 inches.
Yep.
14 inches Christmas Day.
Yep, exactly, Oki-Khan. Yep, stay home if you guys can. I think that's the best advice. If you know that it's going to get bad here in a few days or something, if you need to go out and get some last minute things, now's the time to do that.
Well, what was funny was during the snowstorms, they would say all non-essential personnel don't come to work. And I was non-essential personnel. During COVID, I was essential personnel.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That was kind of weird, but all right, you guys, we're going to end it there. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night.
Yep.
Please, if you haven't yet, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Maybe listen to our playlist and stuff to help us get our watch hours up. Really appreciate that. And we will talk to you guys next week or on some other chats and stuff like that. I'll see you guys around.
Definitely. We
love you all. God bless, and watch your 6.
Yep. God bless.
Definitely. All right.
Be brave.
Bye, y'all.
Be brave.